Hi guys, it's Blackie for Shaman's Forge Woodscraft. As part of the testing gauntlet for William Collins, William sent me a w.c.s.k and the Aebl, which we're calling w.c.s.k, to test. Now I'll be honest with you, when he first sent it to me, it seemed kind of redundant, because we'd already thoroughly tested w.c.s.k. So the idea of testing another version of it, when the only difference was the steel, didn't seem to make a lot of difference. We knew what the design was, we knew what each one of these curves was for, and we knew what every bit of it did. And I had tested that w.c.s.k in a bolo for William before that and figured out what it was good for, but it was a much thinner knife than this. So William passed it off to me as part of the gauntlet, and I took it and tested it. What I found was, one, it does hold an edge better than 01 tool steel. Now 01 is my tried and true favorite companion in the field, but the w.c.s.k does a better job. It gets sharper, it will get hair popping sharp and hold that hair popping sharp through more than you would expect. Now it will dull like any other knife, but it certainly does not dull any faster than any other commercial produced steel right now. In fact, if you ask me, it's more resilient, more forgiving. Some of the things that I put my w.c.s.k in Aebl into was I cut sparkleberry, which is a form of hawthorn, the hardest wood we got down here, and I hacked through quite a bit of it. And I'll be honest, I did footage of that, but I lost the footage. I went to a gathering and somehow that SD card disappeared. So you have to forgive me for that. What I found was that the steel holds up better. It doesn't rust because it's a form of stainless. It also sharpens so easily. Much easier than 01. When you take the knife and you lay it flat out on the stone and start sharpening it, it acts like a dead soft steel. I mean, I'll be honest, when I first got it, I picked it up and decided I wanted to just, pull it on a stone, and I was amazed at how easily it sharpened. I sat there and spent a rainy evening seeing how sharp I could get it. It was easily as sharp as a straight razor. I mean, where I could do like that and the hair would just pop, pop, pop. Hair popping sharp. It did on a knife that big. I then began to whittle and cut on some hardened oak I had in whittling. I took it and batoned through some 2-inch diameter oak sticks to make some kindling. Did perfectly. I knew what the SK was going to do. My only concern was how it was going to hold up, and I shouldn't have been worried. We have thoroughly tested this steel amongst many different people in many different climates, extreme cold, etc. And the steel has held up remarkably. Why more people don't make it out of this steel, I don't know. Other than the fact that the heat treat is dead wrong, and William worked out what the heat treat had to be, and that's the super secret. So, in conclusion, I will say, if you're going to take the money and you want to pick up one of the w.c.s.ks, I would really recommend, if it's going to be a knife that's going to see a lot of usage in cold and wet, if it's going to see a lot of usage where it could rust, if it's going to see where it's going to spend the most of its life in a bug out bag behind the seat of the car or something, go with the w.c.s.k that William produces. You'll be very happy with it. It would have distinct advantage in an urban setting of finding something I can sharpen it with. Any piece of porcelain that's unglazed, like a broken piece of a toilet lid, like the bottom of a coffee cup, like the top of window glass if it's not beveled out too smooth, will sharpen it. So you will be able to find sharpening in multiple places. It holds an edge very easy, and it's very forgiving. So if you can only have one, yeah, I recommend that. Just my 2 cents worth, guys. If you have any questions, please contact William. I'm sure he'll be able to answer your question. Till next time, I'm Blackie for Shaman's Forge Woodscraft. Wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.